If I die young, I'm not going to regret a single ice cream.
That's right.
He's already old, so he's good.
Yeah, he's already now old. 60. 60 is the number, in my opinion.
Someday.
Yeah, I just want to tell you guys, I miss all your faces.
Rich, I didn't even recognize you, man. You got that big old beard. I thought you were in Montana or some shit.
Vaughn, what's up? Marcelo, how are you? Good to see everyone. Do I have Mike? Mike Donahue, what's up, man? Mike, I didn't know your last name. And an old boss of mine, his name was Mike Donahue. We call him. I was like, damn, is
I was taking that for the thing. I signed in. It's not Mentor 48, it's your email. They send you a you didn't get my text that. No.
All right. So if everybody could mute, that would be great. And then I'm going to get going with the class. Later, Amal. So no, you have to keep your videos on so I can see you. Perfect, thank you. The way I will work this, guys, is I will show the technique, okay? And then I'll come back and I'll ask if there's any questions. And if you have a question, you're just gonna raise your hand and then I'll kind of go through you. So Pavan, can you turn your, Parvan and Marcelo, I need you guys to have your screens on, please, so I can see you. We'll make it a second. We'll just give it 1 sec. Jordan, Corpez, Pavan. Hey, Pavan, good to see you. All right. All right, so I'm gonna get going, okay? So we're gonna start everything, guys, from the shot, okay? We always go feet to floor as we always try to do, okay? So we're gonna go take a shot. Renee's gonna take it on me. I'm gonna sprawl, and then she's gonna hit a sit through to start. So just a very basic flow, okay? Off the sit through, I'm gonna stand, okay? Because this is what all this is gonna surround, guys, is not getting points scored on us, right? And it helps us just move in general, okay? So this whole way, we're gonna end up with me on the bottom, but no points will have been scored, okay? So here we go, guys. Okay, so we're on our feet and with your partner, just warming up. Just gonna, okay, right here, we're in our resting stance. Renee's gonna take this shot, okay? And then we're gonna sprawl and we're gonna end up on our knees. Back up towards the wall a little bit, perfect. Okay, now I have my head and arm position. Now look, okay, we'll be spin around, that's the side you did. Okay, so here we are, look, my elbow in the armpit is gonna be loose. And that's going to allow her to sit through. There's a couple motions. 1, the elbow is going to go in the armpit. 2, that same side leg is going to step up. 3, her head's going to go out into the armpit, and then she's going to sit her leg through, putting my face to the mat, and then, oh, go ahead, spin around. And then she's going to be behind on my back. Immediately, I'm going to not let her grip. Okay, no, you stay over here. Okay, and notice she's off to my left side. So that means my right foot is going to stand first, and then I'm going to face. Make my 2-on-1 grip and sit, okay? From the sitting, I'm going to enter in the double Koichi, slide, okay? And enter the ashi. Now look, if all you're comfortable with is sweeping from the ashi, please do so, okay? If you know more, which is when she clears the foot off her hip, okay, stretch out, step, X guard, hands to the mat, reverse your X, elevate, and sit them down with the cross ashi. Put your wedge in, come to the top. Go into your partner's closed guard. They're gonna put your hands to the floor, make the overhook, okay? She's gonna put her right foot down on the ground, hip out, and bring her left knee in this space. Clamp on top of my back with her right leg. Shoulder foot in front of my shoulder. As I come forward, trap the triangle, scoop my leg, spin out, and finish. So guys, that's just a flow that we've always done, okay? To warm up, it's more so in the advanced class. I'm gonna go over it again so that you can all kind of follow. So here we go. You can rotate it back and forth with your partner of who does the shot. We only practice one way, so we're gonna keep it just the one way, okay? So we can just start on the knees here, okay? Off of the bad shot, I sprawl, okay? She takes her elbow in my armpit, her head out, and she sits through, steps up her leg, and sits through, takes my back. I don't want to get points scored on me here, okay? So immediately I separate the hands so she can't hold me down. If we stay here, 2 points for her. Separate, stand the opposite leg, face. She's on her feet, okay? I'm gonna pull. 2 feet inside, enter the ashi, okay? If all you know is this, then you sweep. If not, she pushes the foot off. First, I stretch and go to X. Now remember, guys, okay? The most important thing that we have to do whenever we're dealing with a partner is we have to be off balancing them. Hands to the floor, okay? Once her hands are to the floor, when she goes to recover her weight, okay, and I've switched, that's when it will be easy to elevate, capture the leg, and sit them down. Put my wedge in. Look, I haven't done too many details with the wedge. What this wedge does right here is it makes it very hard for her to be able to get away, okay? Get away from me. She's stuck. Even if it was just the ashi position, okay? Sit on your butt. From here, with the wedge in, can you get away? She's stuck. So this wedge is a key movement. Come up into her closed guard. She swims my hands to the floor, grabs my head with her right hand, hips out, knee into space. Good. She's a good clamp. I'm going to spin around so you can see. Notice this knee is far through the space. If she had a shallow knee, I'd come back over. She takes her right foot, puts it on front of my shoulder. I try to drive forward. She locks her triangle, scoops my leg, spins out. Sorry, my dog's going nuts and my wife's gonna go see. Make sure the kids are alive. If you have a question, raise your hand. We're good? All right, guys, let's give that a practice and I'll call it back in a couple minutes, okay? 1, 2, 3. If you have any questions, just come to the screen and raise your hand. I'm right here. Yes, Melissa, unmute yourself. You have to unmute yourself. You're muted.
We just logged on, so we kind of missed the whole thing.
Okay. My wife will be right back down. She just had to go see if the dog was okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Melissa, are you ready? She's back, okay? Yes, I can't see. There's a brightness. Okay, here we go. I have to do it again for them. It just shows you. Okay. So, yeah, she took a shot and she started on her knees. I sprawl. Her elbow's gonna go in my armpit. She's gonna step that leg up, sit through, take my back. I'm not gonna let her make a grip. Stand and face. Get a 2-on-1 to pull. Enter the double kuiji. And then on the ashi, okay? Now look, if all you know is ashi, sweep from here. If you know more, she pushes my foot off. Enter the X, hands to the mat, switch my feet for the cross ashi, and then elevate them. Capturing the leg, sitting them down. Put my wedge in, come up, into the guard. She bumps my hands out, grabs my head, gets the clamp position. I drive, she triangles. I try to avoid, step, scoop the leg, and finish. What up, Foster? How are you? Guys, I see a lot of people. Kathleen, Pavan, Kim, you're all, I can't see you. You got to turn your video on. Yeah, it's weird with the dummy, Richard. Sorry, man. Good sweep. Yeah, Gus, go ahead. Unmute.
So I forgot about the reverse X.
Okay, let me see it. So you're in Ashi. Yep. She pushes your foot off. Go to X guard first. No, X guard first. Go X guard first for me. Now stretch her out and put her hands on the mat. Now lean to me. Yes. Okay, go back. Do that again for me. Okay, so you don't do it with, yes, you lean your right knee into the back of her hamstring. That's what would have gotten it done there, right? Now from there, switch your X guard to reverse. Yes, and now she comes back up. You grab her wrist, suck her up. Yep, elevate, elevate. Yes, good. Now you have cross ashi. Very nice.
Yeah.
In case you're all wondering, he's still yelling.
Sorry, I'm still yelling. Yes. Good. Yes. Gus. Good, Whitney. Ashi, get your leg, get your butt up. There you go. Oh, you're going. Okay, good. Hands to the mat. Switch it. Yes, very good, Whitney. Kim, Nate, Kathleen, Pixel 4, Brenton, Jennifer, Mills, and Quan. I would like to see Faye. I would like to see you if I could. Okay, guys, everybody bring it back in for a sec. We're gonna make one change. So bring it back in. Everything's gonna stay the same, guys, okay? Except for how she's gonna get to my back. Because remember, there's two options, okay? Because we talked about the armpit, she's gonna sit through on my armpit. She might not be able to do that because I might be squeezing my elbow down. So the only thing we're gonna change, is that from here, look, it's backwards now because she's gonna be going the other way, but my left arm is gonna, we'll spin, so let's start here. My left elbow is gonna be collapsing her arm. So Renee, can you get your, she can't get out that side. Spin around. So now she's gonna take that very same arm, okay? The one that's inside the head and arm position, and she's gonna reach up and grab my opposite elbow and squeeze her head towards the shoulder that's in. So she would try sit out, but she can't. So we're gonna move on. So she squeezes her head, she grabs my elbow. This one grabs my elbow. Okay? Now from this position, whatever arm is in, which is her right arm right now, she steps up her opposite leg, walks that way, pulls me forward, and she sucker drag out to my back. Now look, stay here. Now look, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna stand in the same flow, but let's just go over that move again. So, okay, she wants to sit through, but she can't. She grabs my tricep. She squeezes her ear, she steps up, she walks, pulls me forward. From here, hand, step, up and face. And then the flow continues. One more time with the sucker drag. She tries sit through, no go, grab, step, walk, boom. Any questions on the sucker drag? Okay, right, so we always want two options, guys, okay? Moves don't work, she shuts down my one, I have another. Yes, we good? Questions?
Professor, where are you grabbing the hand?
Who asked?
Where's
she grabbing? She's grabbing my tricep. Okay? She's grabbing my tricep. Anybody else, guys, that would help? Just to make sure, if you have a question, you raise your hand first. That way I can see you. I'll call on you, and because I have a screen of 25 right now. Okay? Good. Okay, Rich, what's your question?
So I'm trying to do size differences here because my sons are too small, and obviously my wife. So I'm gonna have them do it. That's why my camera is blocked.
Okay, no problem.
Jump in when we got questions. I'm gonna have my boys do it for right now.
Sounds good. All right, guys, if we have it, go ahead and practice. 1, 2, 3. So we're sucker dragging out now, guys. We're sucker dragging out. Everything else is the same. Staley, you better be going across Ashi, girl. You're good enough. I don't want to see just Ashi from you. Come on. You've been training as long as me. Kim, it's good to see you. How are you? Good to see you, Kim, with your dog.
It's my roommate's foster dog.
Okay, no worries.
Also my running buddy.
All right. Good. Everybody stop for 1 second, please. Everyone stop. I want to give a little help on this triangle clamp position. Bring it in for 1 second. Most of the class is going to be the back, okay? But as you know, I like to warm up with the same flow. So I want to get everybody on the flow on this first day to make sure that we're getting it, okay? So I'm going to do the clamp here. So once I get our hands to the mat, look, I control inside on the shoulder bicep area and the head. Her arm is already, her right arm is already, see it better, on the mat, okay? So that when I hip out, look, this knee comes through. Now watch, the first motion is this squeeze of the knees, okay? I'm squeezing here. I'm not trying to come directly here. This is too loose of a motion to go to right away. So first I squeeze and then I connect. Look, my heel to my knee so that her shoulder is stuck out. There will be a lot of options of how we can get through this to get to our triangle. The first one is just her driving towards me so that my foot will come around and I trap the triangle. So one more time, guys. First, everyone's doing the hip out part well, but I see some of you doing this with this knee up. It's not strong. You can feel the difference, right?
Yeah.
She just backs out. Come back. Okay? We're here, back out. Now my foot goes to my knee, turn my hip, trap the triangle. Does that make sense, everyone? I saw a bunch of us kind of making that mistake. Any questions there? All right, back to practice, and then we're going to get to the back. 1, 2, 3. Pair, who's that with you? Pair. Have them go back for me. What's her name, Pair? I'm sorry.
So this is Per, and then my wife, Lina.
Lena, nice to meet you. My name's Elliot. Don't stand up when you do the sucker drag. That will give them space. So go back for me. Okay, go ahead. Stay, yep. So I want your right hand to grab his tricep. Now, good. Now look, squeeze your right ear to your right shoulder. Yes. Now only step up your left foot. Now you're gonna pull him forward, sucker your head. Yes, much better, much better. That was, does that make sense? If you stand up, he can re-enter onto your legs. And I'm still screaming. Foster must have felt like I was screaming at you all day. Good, good. Good X guard, Sailor. Sailor, you got to switch that X guard to reverse X. Do it again. So enter the Ashi. Go ahead. Good. Then you go to X guard. Put her hands on the mat. Go. Now switch your feet up and down. Yes. And now pull her towards you. Bring your knees to your face. Now let your, yes, now let your, what is that? Your left leg go straight up to the sky. No, 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 don't pull it out. Yes, come on now, suck her leg up in there. That was better. I'll send you a video, Sailor. Good, good, good. Okay, last thing we're gonna change, everybody bring it in, okay? Very simple motion, okay? Those of you that have been in my advanced class, we've done it before. You haven't done this, stand up. So look, we were entering this double koichi position from her having a square stance, okay? Nope, nobody does this. This shouldn't be how you approach someone's guard. You always have this staggered stance, just like that, yes. So what do I do with the stagger, okay? I mirror the stagger. Her left leg is back, my right leg is down, okay? From this position, look, I'm gonna take the bottom of my foot and I'm gonna block her shin across, okay? Because what I just wanna check, this is the foot that I have to monitor, okay? From here, I put one in, and now I squared her up to two, and now I go to whatever leg I want. Okay? So one more time, she has a staggered stance. Doesn't matter how they stagger. If she switched, then I would just switch, but none of you can see that, right? So I just mirror the stagger and I check. Okay? Does everyone see how I'm checking this foot? So if she moves, I'm just with her. She squared herself up. Does everyone see how that happens a lot? Because they go to move their original leg, it doesn't happen, and boom, there I go. But if she doesn't, if she's disciplined, one foot on top, slide, and now look, I can go this direction or this direction. Yes? Any questions there? All right, give it a go, and then we're going to get to the back. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm missing some of the chats if you've been asking questions. I just have a dummy, so having... No problem, Jen. No problem, Jennifer. Richard, unmute.
So am I posting with this outside leg or the inside leg?
So right now he's square, so neither. You would just jump to 2. Get him staggered. Yeah, right. But get him in a staggered stance now, Richard. Go back out of there. Yes. So now you would mirror him. Your right leg would go down on the ground. No, no, no. Nope, the other way. The other way.
Right leg down.
Forget that.
This leg down?
So look, left foot, like you're gonna get up in base. Put your right hand on the mat, put your left elbow on your, yes. Now check his shin, good. And now go. Check his front shin, good, go back, do it again. Check his front shin with, yes. And now put your left foot on top of your right foot, but sit down, you don't have to be up, dude, yes. Put your hooks in, go, 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 shoot him in. Yes, there it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jordan, you must have done that for me. You're the man. I'm sorry I backed out of there. How do I do that? Tell me how I did that. Would I just click on that screen, Jordan?
You click.
What would I do, Jordan?
You click the three dots.
Okay.
On that screen, and then you select Spotlight Video, and then it holds up that person's video for everyone watching. So you'll want to cancel it after you're done.
I don't have that.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do it for you anytime you're talking.
All right, anytime I'll ask. Okay, thank you, Jordan. All right, guys, bring it back in. Bring it back in, please. Okay, so I'm seeing a little bit of trouble of everyone going from X guard to reverse X and then getting to that cross ashi position. So I'll stay on for a couple minutes after, okay, to go over this with you, okay? But I want to move on to the back because, man, I promised Foster I was teaching the back today, okay? And he is sitting over there and he's been waiting for me to teach the back the whole time. So I want to get to the back. Thanks, Foster. Put that down. Everyone can see it. Thank you. That was great. So here we go, okay? So most of you have heard me talk before, okay? We're no longer talking about the back. Yo, George, what up, baby? Okay, we're no longer talking about the back as a good side because it's the choking side and a bad side because it's not the choking side. We're talking about the back as choking side, okay, and underhook side. This is how the back, sorry, I'm screaming right in your ear. I'm screaming right in her ear. I'm so sorry. Okay. This is how the back is addressed. Choking side, underhook side. The most important thing, the only thing that really matters is that her head stays in between my choking arm and my head. If it stays here, baby, get out. There's no getting out. Okay, she has to break this relationship. So we're going to move to some basic attacks, okay, of trapping the hands and then choking. So I'm going to grab up the wrist. I'm going to step the foot on the hip and I'm going to create this angle, okay, so that I'm looking at her ear. It's very hard for her to get her head to break this relationship because right now my right elbow is pulling down on her shoulder. So it's hard for her to move my arm here. And then two, I have this really nice angle created. She needs her head to get here. And it's kind of hard, yes? Especially, look, my head's only away right now so that you can hear me talk. When I do it, I pull tight, okay? But here I am. I'm gonna take my hand that's on top, come underneath, and grab her arm. Step my foot over, my heel to my hand, and then I'm gonna cross my feet. Now notice my knee is above her, okay? My knee is above her shoulder. So when my knee's above the shoulder, that means everything's gonna be the rear naked choke. Notice, okay, if you are having trouble, I make a flat fist, and I would, if her chin was down, I would scrape it underneath of her chin. I'm being nice. And then I put my thumb, my chin on top of my hand. Okay, so that she can never access my thumb line, and then I choke. So we're just gonna stay right there, okay? So I want to see everyone do this just to make before we go on. So I have my seatbelt grip in my wrist, okay? Okay, I'm gonna get to this position. Step on the foot, move, okay? Open, reach under, grab. So I have cross grips. Whenever we make cross grips, notice I'm starting by grabbing their wrists, okay? From the cross grip, heel to hand, heel to stomach, cross the feet. Switch. Now look, this is the same side grip. Left hand to left hand. I'm grabbing her hand here. This makes it so it's hard for her hand to move. Flat fist, enter the neck, chin on my hand, squeeze and rotate. Do we have any questions before we go? Trav, what up, baby?
Professor.
So look, let's make sure we understand something. I know so many of us, right? And I have some new faces here in class. So many of us want to choke people. We get on their backs and we want to choke people. The reason that we're going to approach the back like this is because what we want to do is create a deficit, okay? Right now, when Renee's on my back, put your hooks in. She has two hands, I have two hands, but I also have my chin. So that this is where I'm, I have more things to defend with, even though I know we've all choked a lot of people by not trapping hands, okay? But that's just doing a move. We want to walk people to the certain beautiful death that they deserve with jiu-jitsu. Isn't that how you would like to say it, Alex? The beautiful death that we all get to have, because of jiu-jitsu. So, come back. So she wants to know what's going to happen. That's the whole point of falling to the side, making cross grips. And now look, when she switches her hands back, all I have is my chin. And she can beat my chin. And finish. Any questions before you practice? Everyone's good? Guys, this is where it starts. I know it's very basic. Some of you have done it before, but we have to have these down. Well, I keep Mike's only pictures here. So every time I look down, I see Mike just smiling at me. He looks like he's laughing at me. I'm like, ugh. So it looks like I'm getting laughed at. But anyway, we have to have these basics down, guys. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, Mike.
I look good, though.
You do look good. You look good. Oh, shit.
That's what I was thinking.
It was throwing me off because every time I would look down.
It just looked like he's laughing at you. Did you read the chat?
Yeah, it's nothing. Guys, if you have any questions, come back and then we'll go. We'll go over it. Trav, how you doing, homie?
I'm good. Missing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, aren't we all? Head tight, head tight. Is that Shanna? Put your head tight. Good, there you go. Go back, go back. Sailor, who's with you? Is that your mom? Okay, go back, do that again. Take your right hand right now and grab her right hand. Nope. Sorry, left hand, sorry, left hand. Yes, now take your left, yes, cross grips, good. That's what we want, cross the feet, yes, very good. Now that's what I want, thank you. Make sense? Okay, guys, bring it in real fast. So we're gonna make a little adjustment, just a little adjustment to start. Sometimes you can't make the cross grip right away, okay? They might know that you want the cross grip, so they'll put their hand out of the way, okay? Man, I do this all the time. I tried to go over like my class, what I was gonna do with my wife, with Renee first, and now that I'm in the class, I'm like, shit, I didn't go over this with her. So we're gonna see if we can do this well. You ready, baby? Okay, so here we go. So, turn that way a little bit. Good, right there. So we're in this position. I have this cross grip with my right hand, but she knows that I want this hand, okay? So sometimes, look, she's grabbing my arm like this. Does everyone see it? Which will make it hard for me to get her, like she's holding it down. Or two, she just might have that hand out of the way. Just get it like down here where I couldn't get it somewhere. So when it's down there, I attack the neck. that will make her bring that hand up. She's got to defend now. Come on, defend. Yeah, she has to start to grab. Or two, if she starts there and I can't access this hand right away, look, especially if I open to go to choke, she's going to grab my thumb, and now I'm never going to choke. Okay, she'll get her 2-on-1, pass the arm to the other side of the head, right? And she'll start her escapes. So what do? Okay, I switch to same side grips, and now look, she can stop me, even if she gets my thumb, she can stop me from getting to her neck, but she can't stop me from rolling my hand out. So I roll the hand out, I make same side grips. Look, some people do like to trap right away. I really don't. I always like to go back to my cross grips. I find this to be the place that I choke from the most. And then I trap and I start to go, okay? So one more time, okay? We get to this position. I have my nice angle, but she's holding. I don't want to attack the choke right now because I know when I unhide my hand, she's going to get it and her escapes are happening, okay? So again, there it is. All I'm going to do is switch and extract. So my hand's free. If she hides her hand now, then I go to the neck. She has to come back up. Extract, and I grab. Switch the hands, trap, attack. I always trap with cross. It's good to know the straights. I don't know, Trav, you're a good back attacker. Do you attack with straights a lot, or do you always tend to go to the cross hands?
I always go cross hands.
I always, you're my student though, so of course you do. That one. So I always make the crosses happen. Anybody else? Alex, who's that? Hold on one sec, Rich. Alex, do you always go cross grips or do you like straight sometimes? Professor Alex.
Oh man, I feel like the jiu-jitsu dictates whatever we got to play with in the moment, right? So
right.
I don't have a preference and I can pick that most skillful answer.
Get out of here. Yes, Rich, what's up, man?
So it seems, and you're gonna probably get on me about this, but
guys, go practice. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, Rich.
Like you can switch over to the torture chamber off of that, right?
Oh, get out of here. We'll get there in a second. Go practice. Yes, the torture chamber's coming. The triangle's coming. He's been obsessed with the torture chamber for 20 years. Good, you're good, good. Good. What happens when you can't get that cross grip right away? That's what we're practicing right now. They're fine, as long as it's not too loud. Any questions? We good? If you have questions, just ask.
Question.
Go ahead, Quan.
Yes, sir. You get risky switching the hands. How did you switch a hand? You just kind of come down to switch.
Okay, so the way I switch the hands is anytime I can't find the hand, I go back to attacking the neck. Okay, because her hand has to come up for me. If it doesn't come up for me, she gets choked. Okay, so remember, I always have one hand, right? So right now, I always have this left to left. When I pull the hand out, if she doesn't want to give me her hand, it's okay, I'm coming to the neck. I know her hand's gonna come up. When it comes up, look, I quickly roll and grab. Okay? If she pulls that hand away, I don't care. I come back to the neck. Does that make sense? And at any point that I can hide my chin over my thumb, it's not gonna matter. She's always gonna get choked here. Does that make sense, Quan? Yes?
So how did you So in what circumstance do you switch your hands? The way that you did the cross grip.
So now I have control, okay? This is the hand that I'm worried about. I pass it back down, switch the grip. That's what I want. And now, grab.
Thank you.
Yep. George, stop trying. Go ahead, Whitney, Matt. Unmute. Unmute.
Can you escape the arm and then go the same side arms? How do you transition back to the cross grip?
Okay, good. Guys, if everyone wants to bring it in, it's the second time I've gotten this question. Bring it in. So here we are. She's on it. I escape. And I have both hands on same side grips now. Okay? Look, I'm going to take the hand that I want, which is the bottom hand, and I'm going to put it down to her stomach. This is very hard for her to stop. Okay? Because look, I have control of her hand. Okay? If I was grabbing the wrist, she could exit out and I can't control it so much. But there's a big difference here. It's the same thing, babe. Nothing. I have the control. Hand to her stomach. Now look, my left hand will pass under my right hand. And now I have the wrist grip, and now she has to get in here. Right here she goes. She can't stop me from getting the wrist. So that's the importance of how we grab, right? Okay, when we're making straight grips, look, even when she does it to me, look, I'm much stronger than she is. Okay, when she makes straight grips on my hands, same side, I'm stuck here. Like this is very hard for me to deal with. Does that make sense? So straight grips, we're always grabbing hands. Cross grips, we're always grabbing wrists. Yes? Good. Guys, can we go on with something for a minute? Or do you want to give that some, how about 1 minute of practice? We'll bring it back in, and then we'll look at a transition. We've all seen the triangle, and we'll get to the triangle in a minute, okay? But when the person starts giving us trouble and starts escaping our back a little bit, okay, Foster, this is what you're really gonna want. This is where it gets a little confusing. Cool? All right, guys, 1, 2, 3. You unmuted, what's up? Maybe you didn't. Rich, attack his neck. Attack his neck. Good, his hand has to come to the neck or he gets choked. Yes. Okay, everyone, bring it in. Okay, so what we're going to go over, okay, it's going to feel like a step back, but we have to remember the most important thing is that I maintain the back and I maintain the relationship of choking arm, her head, my head. Okay, when things start to go south, right, which means they're going to move, escape, whatever it is, you just go back to that. You go back to that, you're straight. There's no escaping. Okay? Too often the problem that we have is we go, oh, I'm so close, I should just, you know? And as long as you're not in a tournament where you're not down like 30 points and it's finish only, right? And there's 10 seconds left. As long as that's not the case, then just reestablish the back, okay? With the basic position of their arm, my arm, their head, my head. So let's look at what I'm talking about. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna get this good angle, I'm gonna be working, and then something's gonna happen. I'm gonna mess up, and she's gonna start to move her head down, and here goes her escape. Okay, go back, towards the bathroom door. So I feel that happen. Boom, she broke the relationship. So look, I'm gonna go straight grip on the hand. What I really don't want is for her to get that foot down, okay? So I keep this left foot of mine very high. Sometimes I'll even lock this triangle, and I'll put my foot in between her legs so it makes it hard for her to get her hips out, because I can't have her hips and her head gone. Now from here, look, I'm going to extract, which was my choking hand, I'm going to put it under. So I have a 2-under grip. Okay, from my 2-under grip, now I'm going to reestablish. Elbow out, elbow back. And now I just have her on choking side. But look, we're back to where we were. Her head is in between my choking arm and my head. From this position, my hand will immediately go into the armpit because I don't want her to access my thumb. Again, remember, if she accesses my thumb, she's going to start escaping again. Okay? So I immediately hide my thumb in her armpit, get my thumb. And now it doesn't matter, she can't get it, and I can find the neck again. So again, here we were. We were on underhook side, which is the side that I prefer. Okay, I like this side better. And she gets her head down. Boom. So immediately, one, lock my triangle if you can. Make it harder. Get your left foot, or whatever foot you're laying on, as high as it can, so they can't escape, okay? Out and under, establish control. Once I have control established, I hold this hand tight to her. Now look, I'm gonna let go, and I'm gonna pull back, and then immediately establish choking hand, and hide it in the armpit. So that now she's stuck, okay? She's back to where? Head in between my choking arm and my head. I move her hand out of the way, and now I start to get on the neck, and here it goes. Before I show it one more time, does anybody have any questions there? Notice, I didn't change side to side to change choking side, underhook side, right? I didn't change from one shoulder to the other. I changed arms, okay? And when you change the choking arm but stay on the same side, people get really confused because they were almost out, okay? They were almost out with a certain style of escape. And then you switched it on them very quickly. And now they're whoa, 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 right? They're the style of escape they were doing doesn't work anymore. Does that concept make sense? Of switching the underhook side and choking side without actually switching my side. Do we have any questions before I show it again? Oh, we got a ninja. We got a, who is that? Yes, a Jedi up in the corner. No questions? I'll show it one more time for everybody. So I'm on the underhook side, right? And things start to go poorly. So first, look, if she gets her head and her hips, this is gonna go bad, she's out. So I hide my foot up as high as I can. I have long legs, I lock a triangle, okay? I know my choking arm is blown. So I establish it as underhook first, so that at least if nothing happens, I have good control, okay? Extract, back on, and remember, hide the thumb in the armpit and get on the neck when they're ready. Any questions there? Guys, this is where it gets tricky, right? I switched on her very quickly where she didn't see it. She didn't see the switch. 1, 2, 3. Foster, that's one of the whole keys there to the back, right? Is switching it like that, right? Where they think, they think that they're, doing a certain style of escaping, and then they're turning into the choke at the end, right? Because they're like, ugh. Can you guys hear my kids just screaming in the backyard? Can anybody hear that, or is it only screaming to me? You can, Trav? Yeah?
Every word.
Every word. You're finding out, a lot of parents are finding out that they've done a good job right now, right? Home all day with their kids, they can't even send them too far. You're figuring out whether or not you've done a good parenting job. It is, that's so cool.
Professor.
Yeah.
So you choke from that side?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both sides are good for attacking, choking or underhook. Doesn't matter. All right, guys, bring it back in one time real fast. You're going to do it to me, okay? You're right-handed, right? So you'll choke better with your right hand. So look, she's going to...
I'm sorry. We've been together for a really long time, and he just asked me if I'm right-handed. What?
So, here we go.
Yeah.
So look, when she has this hand here and she hides this hand in my armpit, the reason the hide happens is because I can grab her forearm here. But what she's gonna do is she's gonna take, when she opens up my arm, she's gonna take her hand and put it right on my shoulder, okay? And then she's gonna inch with her fingers until it gets on my neck. Her chin will go on her thumb, and then she'll squeeze. Okay? So that's the reason that you have to hide the thumb, because from this forearm grip, they can't stop you. Okay? So again, look, she moves her hand, and now inches, and I can't stop that. I can be pulling down as hard as I want. Right? I can be pulling down as hard as I want, and I won't get it, okay? So that's why you initially hide the thumb so that you can move an inch. I'll say that all of this, not all of it, a lot of it, okay? I'm gonna do a lot of back attacks, okay? Over the next, however long we're here. I hope 1 week, but we know that's not the case, right? So as long as we're here, it's going to be a lot of back, because the back is the key in every fight, in every fighting art. Those of you that come to my classes all the time, I say this, the number one thing is exposing the back. okay? Every style, I don't care what style you're doing. If you're boxing, you're kickboxing, you're wrestling, it doesn't matter. The back is king. And the back is king, so that means you must be able to finish from the back like a champion every single time you get there, okay? If you see the person's back, done. Some of you know some of my other expressions, okay? Yeah, that's right, Fender. Yeah, hell yeah, Whitney, right? We J-Lo all day if that happens, okay? So that's what we want to make sure, that we have good finishing technique as soon as we get the back. Okay, so we've looked at choking side and we've looked at underhook side. Do we have any questions? No? Yeah, Foster. You got to unmute yourself. And then somehow you get your volumes all the way down. Do you have your phone right there? Just type it in the chat and I'll answer it. You see down at the bottom, chat? Type it in the chat and I'll answer in a second. Anybody else, any questions? Okay, so guys, look, I'm gonna wait for Foster's question here, and then I'm gonna re-go over the cross ashi position from the beginning of class if you want to stick around, okay? If you don't, if you have it and you're out, it's great to see you. Man, I'll be back on Thursday, every Tuesday, Thursday at 6 p.m. If you're sticking around, amazing. If not, man, I greatly miss you all, you know? I love Easton, you know, more than I love jiu-jitsu. So my favorite thing, my wife will tell you, like, there's no way I'm missing my classes. So this was super important to me today. I didn't eat dinner because I get tired on a full stomach, and I didn't want to provide a poor class because it's very, very important to me. This jiu-jitsu thing that we have, this Easton thing that we have, this is ours. So man, I can't thank you all enough. I always do get nervous. Like, I'm like, man, no one's gonna show up. It's gonna be embarrassing. It's gonna be, you know? So I always have these feelings. These are some of my insecurities that I deal with. So just so you know, I know a lot of us are dealing with a lot of crap right now. And some of our insecurities always flare up during these times. Well, yeah, me too. Me too, guys. So thank you all very much. I'm gonna look at Foster's question. I'm gonna answer it, and then I'm gonna go over the cross ashi if we want. So stick around for 1 second. Foster, when they start to get out and you have to switch the arm, when do you decide if you have back hips, you get the back hips out and reset everything, or just switch arms? When they start to get out, Foster, if I can step on that hip and push them down, okay? So when do I decide whether, you're asking, shake your head yes or no, you're asking, when do I decide if I just try to fix that side or if I switch the arms to the choking side? Is that what you're asking? No.
No, he's asking if, when do you know if my hips are far enough out? Right, Foster, are you asking if when? I thought what he was asking was the person on top is out.
Awesome. I'm asking when you reset everything versus just switching arms. Oh, so that was a reset of everything, right? That kind of was like, I just reset, like when they're too far out. That was that, right? But I went to an immediate attack, right? That was just a reset of getting back to the basic control of the head and the arm, right? Their head in between, like that. I don't know that I would get that, right? So I don't know that I'd necessarily finish. So when we were here and she gets there, she's gonna go. It's gonna be done, right? So I wanna reset, okay? So I'll step on the hip so I get this a little better, okay? And now all I really want is this. If I can get this or even this, I'll be happy with this. If I get this, if she allows me to get here, well, now I'm going to choke her. Okay, but it might have just been a reset to here. And if I don't feel comfortable, then I'll switch her and get her on this underhook side. And then I'll go from there. Yes? If that didn't make sense, call me. Okay, guys, you all want some cross ashi help, yes? Okay. We're gonna do this the best we can. What's that? Iggy, my wife said you guys are super cute. I don't know if she can hear you. We're gonna do our best. Renee has never done cross ashi before, so we're gonna do our best. The person has to slightly move correctly, so she and I are gonna have to walk through it too here. So bye, boo boo. I'll call you. Okay. Give me a little bit of leeway, possibly. So let's look. Okay. So we're in X guard, and I put her hands to the mat. The way I do that is by taking my back knee and closing it, stretching her out, and there her hands go. Now, once we're here, look, her hips are very far away from me, okay? They are down towards my legs. Look, if she stays here, okay? If she stays far away, it might be difficult to get to cross ashi. So I might just look at basic X guard stuff and start to come up. Does that make sense? Okay? If she starts to run, there's no way cross ashi is happening. But most people, when you do this, they want to recover their weight. Does everyone see that? So I know this. So I switch my feet so that when she recovers her weight, okay, look, I can control her hand. Watch what's going to happen to her hips. I'm going to, nope, don't fall back. Sorry. It's okay. I'm going to bring it over. Yep. I'm going to bring her hips over my head so that when my leg slips through, it falls right into my lap. I'll change the angle so you can see it. So we're in X guard, and I put her hands to the floor. I know she's going to recover. Almost everyone does. So in a little slower. So once I put her hands to the floor, I'm going to start switching my feet. On her recovery, look, knees to my face, feet up. So her leg is elevated. Now look, the bottom leg here slips so that her leg comes right down in the space. I lock my triangle. Notice my knee is still on her. What I don't want is for it to slip here, okay? My knee stays on the chest. I set her down. And now look, what most of the time we're going to do when we land in cross ashi is start heel hook. So if we want, I see a lot of people still here. If everyone could put their partner in ashi with their left leg, stand up for me, wrapped around like this. Okay, I want the left foot up on the hip, and I'll walk you guys through from here. Nate, you have the right leg. Go on the other. Okay, if you got it, Nate, go ahead. Okay, so go to X guard now. Go to X guard. Put your left leg underneath. Good. And put their hands on the mat. Go. Good. Now take your right hand, everybody. Grab their wrist. That's right in front of you. Good. Switch your feet up and down. Switch the top and the bottom leg. Good. Now, as the top person, I need you to recover. Try to stand back up. Not too tall, just stay low. Good. Bring your knees to your face, bottom person. And then put their hand down on the mat, extend their leg. Good. Slip your left leg behind. Very good. Perry, you got that one. Good. Good job, Perry. Good. Switch the feet. Yes. Who was that? Shayna or Sayla? Which one? I couldn't see. Good. That was good. Whichever one of you did that. Good. All right. Sayla, now you got to be as good as your mom. Good. Nate, let me see it. Good. Grab her wrist with your left hand. Good. You switch the feet. She's recovering her weight. Bring your knees to your face. Good. Elevate her. Good. Now slip your... Yes. Lock it. No, stop. Go back. You see how your right knee slipped? I need your right knee to stay in her chest. Yes, now lock that triangle. Good, right there. Perfect. Set her down. Good job. Iggy, give her some weight. Give her some weight, Iggy. Give her some weight. Good. Iggy, have her put her right knee in your chest. Yes, good. Okay, Angela, you ready? Here we go. Stop. Stay with me, Angela. Stay with me. Okay, now he pushes your foot off. Good. Take your right leg, stretch, go to his knee, stretch him out. Good. Go X guard. Good job. Perfect. Okay, now here you are. Put your left foot to his other hip for me, just to make it easier. Good. Okay, now you're grabbing his wrist. Switch your feet up and down. Switch your right foot and left foot. Good, thank you. That's reverse X now. Now he's gonna recover his weight, but Iggy, keep your hips low. Stay on her. Very good. Now, Ange, I need your right knee to stay on his chest, okay? Slip your left leg behind his leg and lock a triangle. Nope, you moved it out. Yes, good. Where's your right knee, Ange? It's on his chest, and yes, now set him down. Go. Good job. Now you got it. That's cross ashi. Very good. Very good. Good, Whitney. Good job. Yes. Okay, everyone's getting it. Good work. Thanks. Hey guys, everyone bring it in for a sec. So real fast, this is not my wife's thing, okay? She does not like this. So I appreciate it very much because we're all kind of like making this happen. So this is not her thing, especially it's not her thing watching me do my thing, right? Like not something that working to, like if we were both holding a table like this and we had to move it, she would try to go this way and I would try to, this is just how we work. But we've made it work for 20 years and raised 2 kids. So I just want to say thanks. She's going to be my partner for a while because here we are, we're doing this thing like this and 6 o'clock at night and we got kids. So if you guys will put up with us a little bit, it would be greatly appreciated because there's some things that, you know, like I know it in my head, but I don't necessarily always communicate it really well. So I really appreciate it. I thank you very much, baby. You know, so if you have any questions on any of the stuff that we've done, you guys all know how to reach me. Elliot@elliottmarshall.com. You can reach me on Instagram. I don't do if we're not friends on Facebook already and you messenger me, I don't go look at my Facebook Messenger too much. So don't Facebook Messenger me. But you can reach out however you want to reach out with any questions that you have. Who's that? She did great. Yes, she did. Thanks, Shalane. Yes, she did. Thank you. Good. So
I love being bossed around too. It's one of my favorite
one of her favorite things.
Yes. Yes.
I can't read it, Rich.
Awesome.
Oh, who's that? Can't. Oh no, Gus, I couldn't read it. It doesn't come clear.
It doesn't translate.
But by the way, Elliot, no wife likes to be bossed around, man.
I know, especially from us.
No. I learned a lot from watching your relationship in the academy.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. So if you guys want a funny story real fast before you go. So I used to make the terrible mistake of when we were dating and first married to teach her jiu-jitsu. And so anyway, I was calling. So the way this used to go is she would tell me that I was doing it wrong. You know, I'm not doing this wrong. You know, and then Amal would be in the school because the school was still small, and she'd be like, Amal, he's teaching me the armbar wrong. Can you come teach me the armbar? So the other day, Amal and I were talking on the phone, and he's like, who's your uke? Who's your partner? I was like, it's gonna be Renee. And he goes, oh shit, put me on speakerphone. And he gets on speakerphone and he goes, hey, Renee, you have your phone ready. And if he's teaching it wrong, you just call me. So, guys, thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. Do you have any questions? Look, that flow is going to stay the same, and then we're just going to build on the back stuff. Okay, because I feel like the back stuff is good for beginners, advanced, everybody. We're going to have good, really solid back attacks by the end of COVID. So, any questions? Yeah, go ahead, Iggy.
Miss you guys. Love you guys. And we'll be back.
Yeah, so, we will be back.
Tried it out.
We will be back, that's for sure.
But also the Easton.Online videos are badass. So that's been working a lot too. I'm fortunate to have Angie, of course, but just gotta go through it. Anyways, just wanted to say that. And everybody else that joined, I was seeing everybody's faces and whatnot. So that was cool. Having a little bit.
Yeah, guys, great to see everyone. Exactly. He mentioned a good point. There's Easton.Online right now. So if you go to Easton.Online and you sign up, it's totally free. We have a whole bunch of like beginner, advanced, intermediate curriculums where you can watch a whole bunch of stuff. The triangles, Alex has some great stuff that he taught in the gi. He and I got kind of put on a hiatus, you know. He's gone now, but man, his wife is in the shit of it, right? Like she is in an ER, intubating people.
Yeah, this is a class I usually go to. So pretty much it.
No, Grant, quiet, please. Mute. There we go. So intubating people. So man, it's very hard for him right now, right? Like it's stressful. Like I know Renee worked today, you know, and like, man, I try to do as much as I can at home because I know what's going on, but Beth's work is harder. Right? Beth's work, she's in an ER. So, man, if you guys want to send a message to Alex, just he would greatly appreciate that, you know. And man, if you want to send a message to his wife, she would because they are in the middle of like just fire every day, you know. So
like I only have to see the patients that are alive on the floor. She has to see the ones that come in that are a train wreck, and it's rough.
You know. So yeah, you said you called them the other day sometimes, right? So yeah, so Alex and I cannot teach anymore together because that's too big of a risk for me now, right? Because she has been moved to that area. So we're gonna figure out this whole how we're gonna teach Easton.Online still thing.
Isn't he doing classes with her?
He's doing classes with her, but he and I were teaching curriculums to go on the internet like weekly. So we'll have this figured out. But he and I can't get together anymore. Yeah, sorry, but we will get back. But man, they would love a message, you know. And if you know Alex, man, he's he's the nicest guy, and his wife's like my wife, so we have this very similar relationship, you know. But man, if you send them a message, I'm sure they would love it. So, guys, anybody else? Go ahead.
Two things. One, it's hard to watch those classes and see how small you are compared to him. And try to keep a serious face, like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then the other one to your wife and Alex's wife. I don't know them personally, but thank you so much for everything you guys are doing. Obviously, you know, we thank you for the jiu-jitsu, but there's bigger things happening, and we got to thank those that are in the front lines. So good stuff, and it doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you.
Guys, anything else? We can all unmute if you guys want to talk for a little bit. We can chat for a sec before we go. Renee's gonna go.
Wow.
So
I gotta go, guys. I just wanted to say goodbye. It's good to see you all.
Grant, good to see you, baby.
I'll see y'all
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thank you all very
I got
much.
you. All right.
Everybody doing well? Everybody healthy? Yes? Mentally healthy? Good. You know, make sure we're exercising, right, guys? Yay. You know, make sure you can doing something hard. You know, try to do something hard if you can, even if it's burpees. You know, and then look, I know I call a lot of people. You know, I call a lot of people, some for them and some for me. You know, just to talk, just to see people. So make sure you're doing that. Okay, make sure you're doing that. You all know how to get a hold of me. Even if you don't have my phone number, you know how to get a hold of me, and then I'll gladly give you my phone number if there's ever anything that you need. Okay, so like the whole point of Easton, and I try to say it as much as I can, is that nobody has to be alone. Okay, even though we're all kind of alone right now, we can get a hold of somebody. So make sure that if it's going downhill for anybody, reach out. You know, reach out and somebody will pick up. Like, I know you guys know my struggles a little bit, man. I'm sometimes up at 3 a.m. and like I'll look on Facebook Messenger. There's always somebody that I'm close to and know on there. So don't sit in silence, right? Sitting in silence is where it goes very bad. You know, so reach out, stay safe, and do everything. Do everything you can, you know, to stay safe right now and support people.
Thanks, man. I appreciate everything you do, buddy. Like
Thank you,
all.
man.
Thank
Pavon.
you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to sign off. So I'll see you all Thursday, I hope. Okay, so Thursday, 6 o'clock, we'll review and go from there.
We'll be there.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I'm going to beat her up live if anybody wants to stay. Just kidding. See you guys.
Guys, thank you all.
Bye.